The Fresno Police Department now working to ease concerns after a company behind automated license plate cameras is accused of sharing data with out-of-state agencies. What the department is saying about the future of its contract with that company.
Well, questions are mounting about the government's ongoing probe into the ICE officer accused of shooting and killing Renee Good earlier this month. Why state officials in Minnesota are working to open their own investigation and how they're asking the community to help them.
And the president now facing new pushback from Governor Gavin Newsom over his desire to take over Greenland. Why the governor says European leaders need to stay strong in their opposition to the president's plan, and how Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent is looking to ease tensions.
And a live look at Fresno Airport this morning, and yet another foggy morning. You can barely see the airport from this vantage point. Visibilities are dropping as we speak. Coming up, we'll monitor the visibilities out there for you. We'll keep an eye on any foggy day schedules for our local school districts and let you know what else lies in our future. Quick hint, there's a precip on the way. Details coming up in your Great Day forecast.
You're watching Fox 26, and now, Great Day.
We begin this hour with a live look at fog coverage and the varying levels of visibility around the Central Valley. This is Highway 99 at Clovis on the left and Highway 198 at Acres in Visalia on the right. A dense fog advisory is in effect, and foggy conditions are expected to last until about noon. That's what the flashing signs on the 99 are saying, from 12 to 12. Good morning to you on this Tuesday as we get back to work. I'm Liz Gonzalez.
I'm Carl Cook.
And I'm Justin Willis. Thank you for joining us. That fog, it kind of led up about what we're saying today. Yesterday, looked outside. I'm like, oh, hey, a little bit of blue sky.
It was nice.
Yeah, it was nice in the afternoon. Yeah, then the sun came out and provided a little bit of warmth, which leads us to today.
Lather, rinse, repeat.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. Yeah. Dense fog out there for you this morning, and the visibilities are dropping. So let's get a look at those right now. Really quickly, we've got 1/8 of a mile visibility right now. National Weather Service forecasting visibility is a drop to anywhere from 0 to 200 feet this morning there. So please be mindful of that as you get ready this morning. All right, here's what the rest of the day looks like. We'll get that going with your current conditions right now. And currently it is cold out there right now, in addition to what's going on with the fog. It is 43 degrees outside right now. Winds are out of the east at 5 miles an hour. The dew point's at 42 degrees. And here is the rest of your day. At 10 a.m., it's going to be 44, at noon 50, and at 5 o'clock 53. But again, foggy conditions expected to last until noon, and it'll likely stay cloudy after that. Hoping for a little bit of blue sky to peek through and maybe see a little bit of the sun like we did yesterday. All right, coming up in just a bit, your next weather maker. Yeah, we're going to talk about the fog for sure, but we do have a little bit of snow on the way to the mountains. Details coming up.
Well, the Clovis Police Department now confirming ICE agents had been active in Fresno yesterday morning. Now, Clovis police say Immigration and Customs Enforcement let them know that agents would be operating near Willow and Shepherd around 6:30. Now, officials say that ICE told them that no assistance was needed and no Clovis officers were involved in that activity. The department says that it's standard practice for federal agencies to notify local law enforcement when operating in their jurisdiction. For the last 2 years, flock cameras have assisted Fresno police in several crime cases. But last week, one California city discovered the same technology is helping other agencies, including some out of the state, like Immigration and Customs Enforcement. So now Santa Cruz is cutting ties with flock safety cameras. This follows strong community pushback and concerns over where the information was going. According to a city report, out-of-state agencies, including ICE, may have had access to that information. Despite using the same exact system in Fresno, the police department here says it's not seeing that.
We only work with a couple of handfuls of agencies up and down the Central Valley where we would share information with them from our cameras, and they could share with us. We do not deal with any other state or federal or local municipality or sheriff agencies across the country.
He says overall the cameras are doing more good than harm for the community. We did ask the Fresno Police Department if it plans to renew its contract. The department said the current contract ends this year and it will decide whether to sign a new one depending on its budget.
All right, let's get to the fog now here at 504 and show you what's going on. Live look at Highway 41 at Tulare Avenue in downtown Fresno there. Yep, very foggy in that region. There's not a lot of traffic, fortunately, right now, but that's expected to pick up along with the fog as we go throughout your Tuesday morning here. By the way, if you have a foggy day schedule for your school district this morning, you can always submit those to us at kmph.com. You drop down to the weather section, you click on school closings, and you can submit your information there. No foggy day schedules to report just yet, but we could see some on the way with the foggy conditions expected this morning. Here are your current visibilities. Right now in Fresno, we are at 1/8 of a mile visibility, and that seems to be the worst of it at this hour. Got a 1/4 mile down at Porterville, Lemoore, Madera, and Merced, maybe just a 1/2 mile out in Reedley, Hanford, and Visalia there. We'll keep an eye on this for you as it goes throughout the morning, but in the meantime, we do have a dense fog advisory for the entire San Joaquin Valley, and this one does stretch all the way well into Northern California up past Sacramento and goes down into Kern County there. And it will last until noon today on this dense fog advisory. Fingers crossed that it starts to dissipate before that, but as of right now, we got this advisory in place until noon today. So just a friendly reminder, I mean, you already know the drill. Drive safe, slow down, low beams, give yourself plenty of time and distance to get where you're going, and make sure that you're not on auto on your headlights there. Put them all the way on the regular headlights there for you. So just look, take it easy out there, drive safe. All right, here's what's happening here. Maybe a little bit of hope and some relief from the fog. One of the troughs that are on either side of the state here, one is starting to shift a little bit. It should weaken tomorrow though, but it's moving out a little bit. But that is allowing a little bit more high pressure in. Kind of allowing things to put a little bit more of a cap on this fog. However, it could also increase the dissipation from the fog that we're seeing during the morning hours there. Again, that's supposed to weaken tomorrow there, and then we could be done with the fog by later this week here. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. But in the meantime, in addition to the fog, we are staying in the mid-50s here, about normal here for us this time of year. 55 today, 55 tomorrow, 59 on Thursday though, so picking up a little bit there, 40s overnight. Now, the changes that we're going to see later this week do involve a little bit of snow coming to the mountains. It's going to be coming from the southwest for us. Looks like in the latter parts of the day. Actually, that's the middle of the day there, about 2 p.m. there. We'll start to see a little bit of snow in the higher elevations of the Sierra Nevada mountains. Southern California could be dealing with some rain there on Thursday, by the way, and it could be heavier there as we get into the Mojave regions there as we get into Thursday night there. We'll get another round of snow in the higher elevations Friday afternoon, lasting into the evening. Could be heavy at times, especially for Sequoia National Park. China Peak looking to get some decent snow out of this one too. And then we get to Friday night there where things are hanging on. Lingering precip Saturday morning there, and it might rebound a little bit by Saturday evening, and then we should be done after that. So it looks like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday afternoons for this next round of precip out of it. All right, next we'll get a look at the highs and lows across the rest of the San Joaquin Valley for your Tuesday.
A Fresno dog owner says a routine nail trim turned to a visit to the vet. She says that she took her dog, Cornelia, a 7-year-old rescue, to Poodletown, USA in Fresno last week for a nail trim and a paw pad cleanup. She says when she returned, a groomer told her that her dog had been cut and a Band-Aid had been put on the wound. She says she didn't pay or ask for her dog's fur to be shaved at all. She said she didn't realize how serious it was until she got to her car and saw blood on her hand.
And he's like, "It's not that bad though." And I was like, okay. So when we got in the car, I looked down and I realized that there's blood on my hand. So I was like, this is more than just like a little nick.
She says that bandage was soaked in blood and her dog cried out in pain when it was removed. She took her dog to the vet and says staff had been concerned about the bleeding. We reached out to the groomer who handled the pup. He explained why he shaved off her belly fur, and even though that was not a service that the owner had paid for.
Girl asked me to do her dog's nails and pads. I did that. She said she grooms her dog at home, and it had a bunch of hair in his eyes and his butt and his belly. Now, to coincide with what she stated, she did not ask me to do that. I do a lot for a lot of people, and I didn't ask her, could I do it? I just did it real quick. And in the process, the dog jumped and I nicked her boob.
He offered to refund the service and to pay for the dog's vet bill, which the owner accepted. She says her goal in speaking out is to encourage pet owners to ask questions and seek medical care immediately if their pet is injured. Poodletown USA did send a statement to us saying in part, quote, during this visit, a new customer brought in a dog that requested a nail trim. We trimmed the nails and the pads, and we also tried to trim up and fix a home grooming job. While our staff attempted to carefully address the dog's condition, a minor cut occurred. We immediately apologized to the customer, issued a full refund, and covered the cost of the dog's veterinary care. The safety and well-being of pets is our highest priority. A supporter of Poodletown USA, owner of a local dog rescue, Mel Garcia, also sent a statement to us reading in part that Poodletown USA has been a huge support to local dog rescues for years. Any injury to a dog was truly not intentional. And David and Sandy go over and beyond to help the dogs in our community. You can read both statements in their entirety on our website at kmph.com. The Trump administration continues to ramp up the presence of ICE agents in cities across the country. What the surge is revealing about how leaders are responding to enforcement efforts. Several medical groups are now moving forward with a lawsuit against the CDC's new changes to childhood vaccine recommendations, while the group argues a previous recommendation schedule should be restored. And taking you live now, oh boy, to Homer, Alaska for a look at the northern lights. How gorgeous is that? It is 4:10 and 27 degrees there right now. What we wouldn't give to be there, right, Justin? I just saw you turn around in your chair. Look at that. How beautiful. You can find new headlines and the weather forecast. I'll read this very slowly on your screen all morning long, even through the commercial break. Yowzers, what a beautiful sight to start the morning.
Hi, I'm Monty Torres of Fox 26 News on YouTube. Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, where we have loads of great content for you to choose from. And while you're here, why not click on the subscribe button right here? That way you can stay in touch with all the latest breaking news, everything news related within the Central Valley. And thank you for watching.